Leo, welcome back to my channel. I'm Delilah Rose. This is Delilahs Spiritual Spot. So Leo, coming with your weekly reading for April 19th through April 25th, 2021. So let's get started here. Let's just pull your chakra cards, and I'll be pulling some oracle cards, additional oracle cards, and I'm using my Santa Muerte Tarot for today. Leo, all about forgiveness, right? When I see this card here, and it's very descriptive, it's a young child being held by a rhinoceros. The rhinoceros represents who or what you need to forgive because it's overwhelming. It's the elephant in the room, for a lack of a better term. We have vanity here. So it's tied into, you know, that energy of I'm supposed to be the lion, I'm supposed to be strong, but still in that strength, you're letting, you know, this situation control you. I was drawn to pull another card, and we have isolation, right? So we have this purple card, right? Forgiveness. So it's about your mind. It's about your third eye, your spiritual self. So some forgiveness needs to happen for your spiritual energy. We have two blue cards, vanity and isolation. So it's time to speak it. It's time to name it. It's time to get rid of it, right? And the way you do it is through forgiveness, whether it's forgiving yourself or forgiving somebody else. And know that forgiveness is about yourself and your self-healing versus the other person. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe. My podcast people, please share this podcast wherever you can. That'd be wonderful. Great and full things happen through forgiveness, through letting go, through removing that elephant that's in the room, speaking about it, right? You're able to move it. Let's draw these cards. Subconscious, conscious, and advice from spirit. I am really feeling this reading. I think this needs to be heard, and I hope that if it resonates with you, you're able to move past this and understand that strength is saying you need help. Strength is speaking your abuses. It takes a strong person to do that, to admit to certain things. You don't need to be isolated anymore. Because guess what? The majority of the world has been through something similar. Subconscious, Temperance card. Emotional balance. This is what we're talking about here. No, I did not. We have the Emperor card here and our conscious position. And we have the King of Pentacles here. So this is major for you. This is a major pivotal moment that's happening in your life, Leo. And this type of energy needs to be corrected for you to have everything you want to accomplish. Because Leos are all about, you know, working and taking care of their families and finding strength in that. But you've been neglecting yourself here. And this is what's important right now for you. So we have the Ten of Wands, which is a completion card. Clarifying that Temperance card. We have the Seven of Swords clarifying the Emperor card. And then we have this Queen of Wands clarifying that King of Pentacles. I mean, even if you're in a relationship here, because we have this Queen of Wands and we have King and Emperor here, it's affecting your relationships, and you want your relationship to be fruitful and positive, but it's dealing with the ugliness, or even maybe forgiving the person you're with, for whatever possible transgression that happened, to be able to move forward into fulfillment here. We have the Wheel of Fortune card here. So this is definitely destiny at play here. And I've said that for a few other readings because I feel like for some reason this April 2021 is just a pivotal shift for the world. So that means all signs. I'm going to clarify. I normally do this at the end, but I feel the need to clarify right now. And then we'll jump into the read. Okay, So we have the Five of Swords clarifying our subconscious position. You have the Queen of Swords, another queen, clarifying our conscious position. And then you have the Ace of Pentacles clarifying our outcome. The Hierophant here, right? Let's see if I move that closer into frame, is at the bottom of this deck. So let's talk about it. It's through vanity and isolation that we're unable to forgive, Leo. You're unable to move on and move forward because you're stuck. You're stuck in that energy because you've put it off for so long that it's come to a head. So there's no avoiding it anymore, right? Because we've been in physical isolation with COVID. And so those ugly monsters are here, right? And it's time to talk about it and deal with it. And because it's only going to be a hindrance in your current relationship. If you're not in a current relationship, it's going to affect your forthcoming relationship, right? And this is the great and full part here. Now, this is not only great and full in emotion, this is great and full in abundance also, right? Because you do have an Ace of Pentacles and a King of Pentacles there. So if you follow the advice from Spirit, you're going to be okay in your current or future relationship. So let's get started. In our subconscious mind, we have the Temperance card. Temperance is one of my favorite cards besides the Hierophant card. I'm really drawn to those two cards. So Temperance is about balance. It's about work-life balance for you. And you know, that's something you're dealing with because you have to go back to work full-time. There's no more working from home possibly for you. And so now you're stuck in a position where you need to figure out how to deal with your fears, right? The fears that have come to a head and still be productive in your work energy here. We have the Ten of Wands clarifying the Temperance card. So the Ten of Wands is about stress and exhaustion, right? It's eating at you because this is at your mind. Whatever or whoever it is you need to forgive, this is what you're thinking about. This is what's going to bring you the balance. And you know that at a certain level. You've been fighting it with this Five of Swords here. Now, Five of Swords is about abuse. It's about violence. It's about abusive relationships. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be, you know, father-daughter, father-son, mother and son. This is dealing with the abuses in your life and for forgiving that person. And understand that, you know, it's not a time to retreat. It's a time to understand you're still in a position where you have swords, where you have fight left in you, right? Here we go into our conscious position. It's the Emperor card here. So, you know, here you're trying to work on your life. You're trying to be this emperor. You're trying to, you know, hold it all together, hold your family together, make the right decisions for your family. But, you know, that means making the right decisions for yourself. And this is clarified here by the Seven of Swords. I like that the Seven of Swords has a casket here because we need to put this to bed already, right? We need to put this energy to sleep, right? So you can move forward in your life. The Seven of Swords is about betrayal. It's about wanting to run away because it's hard for you to face this fact. It's hard for you to understand that. Here is what the Queen of Swords is. It's time to make a decision. You know, there's that old saying, it's time to take a crap or get off the pot. It's not the nicest saying, but it's true. It's time. It is your time. It is time. If you take the advice, this work-life balance is going to pan out for you, especially in terms of finance, because you're going to have the energy to put your focus back at work because you've dealt with the emotional aspect of your life. You have the King of Pentacles here with the Queen of Wands and this Ace of Pentacles. So this is fruition in your current existing relationship, right? Or if you're not in a relationship, this is a new relationship of financial stability happening, right? So if you're in a relationship and you've been unstable financially, things are going to come into a better position because we're all going back to work. We all are trying to conduct business, and this is going to bring financial stability for your family here. And that is a lovely message for you because that's what's important to you. At the bottom of this deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Now, the Wheel of Fortune speaks for itself. It's good fortune. It's a turning point. It's time. Luck is on your side. So it's time to get a scratch off or do some lottery. Again, I think I said this in another reading. I'm not promising millions, but there's some good luck at play here in terms of turning your life around, right? So that's what the luck is about here. Turning your life around, it's time, right? With the Hierophant being present here, it's asking for help. It's talking, right? You know, this is, it's funny, it's because this is like a religious dogma card. Sometimes it has a negative connotation. And I feel that this could be a thing here too. Something that you don't do is something your family didn't do. It's time to break that mold because that's part of the abuse cycle you've been in. So it's time to put this dogma or this this energy of what happens in this house stays in this house to bed, and it's time to move on. And that is your reading for April 19th to the 25th. It's very positive for you, Leo. Again, please like and share this video. I'm Delilah Rose. This is Delilahs Spiritual Spot.